In March of 2022, I started the Cosmos Portfolio Challenge with the goal to show you how to navigate through the interchain, how to use Cosmos, how to use Kepler, how to maximize eligibility for airdrops in real time with real money. So when I started, the prices obviously were still quite high, and my original $10,000 investment was much less and got absolutely butchered in the bear market. Nevertheless, I always kept you posted and even started to DCA, to dollar cost average, which is really what you should be doing when there's max fear in the bear market. You should really look into increasing your holdings and your exposure to fundamentally strong projects that have actually been relentlessly building and shipping throughout the bear market. And also what we did is maximize for airdrop eligibility in order to pick up free money that now, if we look at the numbers, actually paid out really nicely. Now, obviously, this challenge is not meant to be copy traded. This challenge is not meant for you to now just blindly invest into those coins just because I have them here in my portfolio and I walk you through these applications. This is more for educational purposes to show you where to click, how to do those things, and what upcoming and new features there are with the projects that I'm invested in. To start with the numbers, what's really impressive is to see how much dollar cost averaging and maximizing eligibility for airdrops actually made a difference. If I would not have done absolutely anything, if I would not have staked, if I would not have compounded, no airdrops, no DCA, my original $10,000 investment would be worth $1,620 right now, which means down 84%. But since I'm an active user, that portfolio is now worth almost $6,000. Note though that I invested an additional $4,000 into that challenge, and we're only down 57% versus 83%. Now this of course is still very bad, but it's still much better than if I would not have done absolutely anything. Now we're gonna walk through these positions one by one and also see what's cooking in each of these ecosystems. Starting with Atom. In 2023, we've seen the creation and establishment of the Atom Economic Zone. And this term is coined around the concept of shared security, which the Cosmos Hub implemented earlier this year, developed by Informal Systems and Haifa. The Atom Economic Zone currently consists of Neutron and Stride. Neutron is a CosmWasm smart contract platform that is optimized for DeFi, where Stride is the market leader for liquid staking in Cosmos with over $50 million worth of staked assets. Next in line, we have Noble, which is a native asset issuance chain that is co-developed by Circle and serves as an on-ramp for Circle USDC that is already deployed on Noble, and already more than $15 million have been minted on Noble. And with the recent announcement with DYDX and the integration of CCTP, we are going to see hundreds of millions potentially that will be minted on Noble, which means that Noble has to be hyper secure and hence is going to migrate into an Atom secure chain in the coming weeks. We also saw the formation of the Atom Accelerator DAO, which is also the lead sponsor of this YouTube channel, and the AA DAO funded a lot of development that adds value to the Cosmos Hub and grows the Atom Economic Zone. So far, 27 out of 193 applications have been reviewed and accepted. Previously, there was no entity in charge for the Cosmos Hub development and business development, and now we have Informal Systems and Haifa that are taking care primarily of interchain security development and onboarding. Then we also have Notional that is taking care of security on the Cosmos Hub, that is also fully on-chain governance community funded. Also we have Confio, that is the team behind CosmWasm that also got funding through the Cosmos Hub community. And we have grants that were given out to certain teams, including Blockwork Research and Binary Builders, in order to revise Atom tokenomics. We also saw Atom actually place a crazy investment into Neutron, and in return, the Atom community received 7% of the anti-RN supply in form of an airdrop, of which the remaining unclaimed airdrop was not sent back to the Neutron treasury, but instead sent to the Cosmos Hub treasury. And we're talking about 42.7 million NTRN tokens, which at a price of above 50 cents where it's currently at, means well over 20 million US dollars. For an initial investment of 50,000 atoms, that return is not bad. Also, what's very interesting around Neutron is that Neutron actually just passed a proposal to fund and collaborate with TimeWave, and TimeWave is potentially going to build one of the killer applications for Atom, because TimeWave proposes to build a liquidity as a service platform that would lend out Atom liquidity to other chains and other protocols in the Cosmos ecosystem, which then would mean value accrual and a business model that's also sustainable and unique to Atom. Also, my thesis is that with the launch of DYDX, that demands very large amounts of native noble USDC, we will see indirect value accrual once noble actually is secured by Atom, and alignment between DYDX, Noble, Circle, and the Cosmos Hub, because they would all have the common interest to make Atom valuable in order to secure noble USDC. And of course, for staking Atom, we got decent airdrops, including STRD, NTRN, and the most recent one, TIA, which is actually right now the biggest position in that portfolio that I got for absolutely free. Before you continue watching, thank you so much for subscribing to this YouTube channel. It really means a lot. Like this video, also share it with some of your friends. Also share this video on Twitter if you appreciate that type of content, if you find value in it. And now please enjoy the rest of the video. Next up, we talk about Osmosis. There's a lot going on in Osmosis. A lot has been cooking and being developed in the bear market. The price is now roughly a 3x from the lows, yet it is still down bad from its all-time highs of around 12 US dollars. However, this year, Osmosis has shipped supercharged liquidity, which allows users to choose their preferred price range rather than sticking to the traditional full range, and improves capital efficiency while mitigating impermanent loss. This is a big feature that went live. We also saw tokenomics reworks with Osmo 2.0, cutting down the inflation rate from 36% all the way down to 10%, with direct more emissions towards stakers to fix that misalignment in the whole Osmo tokenomics. Also, the taker fee was implemented, which charges a 0.1% from every trade on Osmosis, which is directed to the stakers as well as to the community pool. So far, this has generated almost 400,000 US dollars within less than a month, which has annualized more than 4 million US dollars in revenue per year. We also saw native wrapped BTC, BitGhost BTC, launching on Osmosis. Also, they implemented an EIP 1559-like mempool filter that was shipped just within a couple of hours after the block space on Osmosis was being captured by arbitrage bots from Celestia's TIA launch. We also saw adoption in terms of DeFi applications such as Levana and Margin Protocol for perpetual trading, Mars Protocol, which is a money market and a lending platform, Quasar, that has absolutely been killing it, almost $8 million in TVL, that provides vaults and strategies for Osmosis liquidity pools. Also, Membran, which is a floating peg stablecoin on Osmosis. And just generally, Osmosis 2.0 with better UX, better UI, which was also announced at Cosmoverse in Istanbul in October, that would bring a similar experience to centralized exchange trading for users. Next up, Stargaze, which also got really badly hit in the bear market, but in my opinion, one of the most undervalued Cosmos gems with 100x potential in the next bull run. And similar to Osmosis, Stargaze also did a tokenomics rework, which reduced the inflation to 11% while keeping the staking APR at 24%, and it also reduced the max supply to 3 billion coins. During the bear market, Stargaze also shipped a lot on the product front. For example, they delivered Infinity Swap which is an AMM for NFTs. Also NFT DAOs, which are powered by DAO, MetaMask Snap support and integration with Skip API to swap any token to stars. Also, they enabled NFT mints in stablecoins like USDC or Kujira's USK, and also Atom. What's coming up next for Stargaze is NFT perpetuals trading that was hinted at NFT Nashville. Also IBC.chat, which is a friend-tech kind of thing, but on Stargaze. NFT staking, where you would receive stars as rewards, as well as cross-chain NFT transfers. Overall, I think Stargaze has done a lot of improvements in the bear market, not only around tokenomics and real revenue generation, but also around the product, which you can see by the numbers, has been growing in terms of adoption and user acquisition throughout the bear market, and also volumes, which is super important also for an NFT marketplace. Next up, we have Juno, which, to be honest, is a bit of a problem child in Cosmos. They had a lot of unnecessary drama, but Juno is still not dead and actually bounced back a lot from the bottom and has now seen a bit of recovery and relief. DAO, one of the core components that was innovated in Juno, is going also interchain for the first time and is one of the most advanced DAO toolings in the entire crypto space. Everyone can now interact with other IBC chains from DAO. For example, doing swaps on Osmosis, minting NFTs on Stargaze, or creating sub-DAOs for small working groups. Neutron and Rep BTC governance are also using DAO. We also saw the Juno charter proposal was released, which establishes how Juno's Commonwealth operational structures work. This also means that all the operations from the core Juno team will be more and more transparent. And to be honest, the transparency aspect has always been a big concern and a big criticism against Juno and how Core 1 is organized. They're also now hosting a lot of community calls bi-weekly, also on Twitter, where everybody can stay updated with everything. We also saw Enride, which is a decentralized Uber that is deployed on Juno and available on iOS for end users. Also, we saw the Noise Rent Drop, which is basically an airdrop that is working as a lottery, was announced for Juno stakers, and more things that might bring Juno actually back on the map and back on track with all this unnecessary drama left behind. Next up, we have Secret, and Secret Network actually just released their 2024 development roadmap with 3 main goals. Number 1, positioning Secret as a confidential computing hub for Web3, which means offering privacy as a service on EVM, which lets users bid or vote on EVM chains in a private manner, EVM support on Secret, starting with a MetaMask integration, and to develop confidential computing constellation infrastructure to onboard consumer chains to Secret Network. Second, improving the network infrastructure, which includes security, scalability, and decentralization. And third, a community roadmap, which means tools for public goods, review delegation programs and tokenomics, improve business development, and bring in more partners. We also saw Shade Protocol, which, to be honest, is my favorite application on Secret Network, launched the world's first private and basket-packed stablecoin, Silk, which has already gained over $19 million in TVL, and there's a lot of interesting integrations and partnerships that Shade has been pushing throughout Cosmos. Next, Evmos, which is also a bit of a problem child in Cosmos, to be honest. And Evmos just actually recently announced that they're going to align closer with Ethereum and abstracting away all Cosmos transactions. This doesn't mean that they're entirely leaving Cosmos. All the core functionalities of Cosmos, like staking and IBC transfers, will be there via their EVM extensions. And if you want to learn more about EVM extensions, Evmos 2.0, and the Evmos ecosystem, you should watch my recent videos that I did about Evmos. Persistence is another project in my portfolio, and they are positioning themselves now more and more as a liquid staking hub or LST-Fi app chain for Cosmos that is powered by 2 main DeFi primitives. Number 1, pStake, which is a liquid staking protocol, and number 2, Dexter, which is a decentralized exchange primarily focused for LST liquidity. XPRT also improved their tokenomics attracted also more liquidity with exchange listings, and grew the LST-Fi ecosystem with STK ETH, so liquid stake ETH, coming as soon as Q1 of 2024. You can see more information about that in their Q3 report. And one of the big things that is now currently up for community discussion is to request 600,000 atoms to help grow STK atom liquidity by providing liquidity on Astroport, Interprotocol, and Dexter. Finally, I want to talk about the airdrops that I got. And of course, TIA really stands out because there was a big airdrop, a decent 4-figure airdrop that I got for staking Atom and Osmo. And you can see I haven't even staked crazy amounts of Atom and Osmo, but in relation to that, this was a very, very decent airdrop. Also Stride, which I keep claiming every couple of weeks, there's always new rounds as unclaimed airdrops always get redistributed to those that claim. So it really pays off over time for the Stride airdrop, which is also honestly a gift that keeps on giving. My TIA airdrop, by the way, is fully staked, and I think that TIA actually has the potential to become a $100 billion protocol in the next bull run. And if you want to learn more about TIA, Stride, or Neutron, then go watch all of these videos right now, and it gives you a full overview of these projects.